Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. With the grace of Allah, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Liverpool is holding its first virtual Tarbiyyat Forum on YouTube. The topic we have chosen for that show, for that program is social media, how we can maintain our parda and keep ourselves away from evil. We could say that we are living in the era of social media. Some say that there are 2 million people around the world who are using social media every day. 700 million tweets are sent out every day on Twitter. 70 million images are uploaded every day on Instagram. And 300 hours of video uploaded per minute on YouTube. So it is safe to say that we can't imagine a life without social media, because social media is a part of our life, is a part of our daily routine. And today I'm very grateful that we have two guest speakers with us. The first guest speaker is very well known here in Liverpool and in the Northwest region. It is Maulana Muhammad Ahmed Khurshid Sahib, who is a life devotee of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community and is serving right now as the missionary in Manchester. The other guest speaker is respected Nisar Sahib, who is the National Secretary of the United Kingdom and is serving in that position for several years now, mashallah. Gentlemen, Jazakallah that you have taken out your precious time only to be with us today. Before we go to the recitation of the Holy Quran, I will go quickly over the program. The program will start with the recitation of the Holy Quran, followed by the poem. After that, myself and Murabbi are holding speeches, and after our speeches, the keynote speech will be delivered by Nisar Sahib. So if I request now Sajid Mehmood Sahib to present a portion from the Holy Quran, followed by the English translation.
Jazakallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وكل المؤمنات يغضضن من أبصارهن ويحفظن فروجهن ولا يبدين زينتهن إلا ما ظهر منها وليضربن بخمرهن على جيوبهن ولا يبدين زينتهن إلا لبولاتهن أو آبائهن أو آباء بؤولاتهن أو أبنائهن أو أبناء بؤولاتهن أو إخوانهن أو بني إخوانهن أو بني أخواتهن أو نسائهن أو ما ملكت أيمانهن أو التابعين غير أولي الإربة من رجال أو الطفل الذين لم يظهروا على عورات النساء ولا يضربن بأرجلهن ليعلم ما يخفين من زينتهن وتوبوا إلى الله جميعا أيها المؤمنون لعلكم تفلحون. English translation. and say to believing women that they restrain their eyes and guard their private parts, and that they disclose not their natural and artificial beauty, except that which is apparent thereof, and that they draw their head coverings over their bosoms, and that they disclose not their beauty save to their husbands, or to their fathers, or the fathers of their husbands, or their sons, or the sons of their husbands, or their brothers, or the sons of their brothers, or the sons of their sisters, or their women's, or what their right hands possesses, or such of the male attendants as have no sexual appetite, or young children who have no knowledge of the hidden parts of women, and they strike not their feet, so that what they hide of their ornaments may become known, and turn ye to Allah altogether, O believers, that you may succeed. Jazakallah Hasan Jaza.
Jazakallah Sajid bhai. May Allah bless you for that. Urdu poem will be presented by Basharat Ahmad Sahib.
السلام علیکم. حضرت مسیح موعود علیہ السلام کے منظوم کلام سے چند اشعار. تجھے حمد و ثنا زیبا ہے پیارے، کہ تو نے کام سب میرے سنوارے. تیرے احسان میرے سر پر ہے بارے، چمکتے ہیں وہ سب جیسے ستارے. گڑھے میں تو نے سب دشمن اتارے، ہمارے کر دیے اونچے مینارے. مقابل میں میرے یہ لوگ ہارے، کہاں مرتے تھے پر تو نے ہی مارے. شریروں پر پڑے ان کے شرارے، نہ ان سے رک سکے مقصد ہمارے. انہیں ماتم ہمارے گھر میں شادی، فسبحان الذی یخزی العادی. جزاکم اللہ.
Basharat Sahib. Jazakallah Basharat Sahib. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان ومن يتبع خطوات الشيطان فإنه يأمر بالفحشاء والمنكر ولولا فضل الله عليكم ورحمته ما زكى منكم من أحد أبدا ولكن الله يزكي من يشاء والله سميع عليم. The English translation is, O ye who believe, follow not the footsteps of Satan, and whoso follows the footsteps of Satan should know that he surely enjoins immorality and manifest evil. And but for the grace of Allah and His mercy upon you, not one of you would ever be pure, but Allah purifies whom He pleases, and Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing. We have seen that whenever a decade has passed by, the world has progressed. We have seen that new innovations were made. But with every new innovation, devil has said that he will harm Allah's creation, that he will put them on the wrong path. One innovation we have seen in the last decade is social media. Now, social media has a lot of faces. We know social media through Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, WhatsApp, and the newcomer known as TikTok, etc. Now, social media has two sides. One is the evil side, and one is the good side. And for us, it is necessary that we take advantage of the good side of social media. As I said, Satan is attacking Allah's creation everywhere. We need to defend ourselves against his attack. The best way to defend ourselves against the attack of Satan is to come closer to Allah. Because the best defense is Allah against Satan. And Allah is the only one who can protect us from every harm. Therefore, have a very close relationship with Allah is very necessary. Obviously, we will have more and more benefits from that as well. Now, coming back to that point of social media, it has come to my attention that through social media there are different group chats. In that group chat, we have Khudam, Lajna, young Khudam and Lajna, and also adults who are members of those group chats, who are chatting with the opposite gender, who have video chats with the opposite gender, who are sharing pictures with each other. And those things are against the teachings of Islam, against the commandment of veil. Now, regarding those things, our beloved Caliph Ayatollah Talib ibn Aziz has spoken a lot about this, and I want to mention a few aspects from his speeches. In one of his speeches that when you use the internet to chat with friends, make fun of others, use false language, use it against each other, use it to cause rifts in people's relationships, use it to ruin another woman's life by talking to her husband on the internet, or where you backbite against each other, then the same useful object becomes vain and will also become a sin. Who's saying these days text messages are sent using mobile phones. This is another practice that has started these days. It offers a very expensive way to waste time talking with those who are not mahram. Not mahram means not marriageable relatives according to the Islamic teaching. Very casually, it is said that it was only a text message. It is not like we were talking. Contacts are developed with others when a girl's female friend gives the phone number of a male friend of her, or contact numbers are exchanged in some other way, and text messages start getting exchanged over the phone. Girls and boys, 12, 13, 14 years old, are walking around with cell phones, sending messages. They are at an age where they are at the risk of going astray, and eventually this leads to sins developing from these veins. Furthermore, regarding social media or regarding Facebook, Hazur said once, these days a new method of introduction has been created on the computer and the internet called Facebook. Though it is not that new, but it was introduced in the last few years. I have previously discouraged you from this practice. I had said in my sermons that it encouraged immodesty. It shatters the boundaries among people, boundaries from one another, boundaries around secrets. It exposes secrets and invites indecency. The creator of this site has said, I have created this, and I believe that whatever a man is on the outside and inside should be exposed to others. In his view, exposing someone means that if someone wants to post a nude picture of himself, he might even encourage others to comment on it. And this is allowed. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. Furthermore, Zur said, these days, many ills are developing through social media. Young boys and girls sitting in front of their parents and silently chatting where pictures and message are being exchanged. New accounts are being created in new programs, and the entire day is wasted on the phone, iPad, or computer. This leads to worsening of morals, and the children quickly become out of control. All these matters need attention, and there's need to impose limits. For this, you will need to think about creating alternative means of occupying their time. Keep them involved in housework. Involve them in serving the Jamaat and develop means of occupying them that are positive and beneficial to the society. This is a very important responsibility for every man, every MD. Nowadays, as I said, social media has different phases. One phase is Instagram. In Instagram, there are a few pages which are dedicated to MDs and openly make fun of our institution or organization or events like Jalsa Salana or Salana Ijtama. I think if everyone has heard about Ahmadiyya memes, Ahmadiyya spotted, or Ahmadiyya vibes. If the parents who are listening right now, if they ask their children, have you heard about those sites about Ahmadiyya spotted, Ahmadiyya memes, Ahmadiyya vibes, etc., I'm sure the children will say yes. And unfortunately, these sites are making fun about the community of Jamaat, of the community of the Promised Messiah, about Nizam Jamaat. And these people who are running the site, they are saying that they are MDs. Although we don't know their names because they haven't shared their name with each other. But in the commentaries, we can see that MD girls and boys are commenting and are encouraging them by appreciating everything they have posted against Jamaat. I say this is everything against the Jamaat. And those people who are commenting those things, if you click on the profile, you will see you will see that they are very proud to be in MD, love for all, hatred for none, everything. If they are very proud of those things of the community, then why are they appreciating if someone is making fun of that particular community they belong to? And this has become so famous, unfortunately, and it is very harmful. Jokes are made against Sadran, Sadr Lajna, against members of auxiliary organizations. Jokes are made about the poems of the Masih Maud Islam, about the poems of our Khulafas. Recently, they posted a picture of the pagri of Hazur, and under the pagri, they posted a picture of a Hollywood actor by wearing this pagri. I mean, this is disrespectful against our beloved Caliph. And therefore, I encourage parents that they should know that what is happening in the life of their children. They should know when their children are using social media. They should know which site they are visiting. And according to those sites I've just mentioned, encourage your children to be aware of those sites and to refrain from those things. Allah Ta'ala has said in the Holy Quran, وَإِمَّا يَنْزَغَنَّكَ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ نَزْغٌ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ إِنَّهُ سَمِيعٌ عَلِيمٌ. And if an evil suggestion from Satan incite thee, then seek refuge in Allah. Surely He is all-hearing, all-knowing. As the Holy Prophet Muhammad has said, Al-Haya'u shu'batum min al-Iman. Modesty is part of faith. We need to keep ourselves away from those things. If we are invited in those groups chatting, then we need to leave this. This has nothing to do with the beautiful teachings of Islam. The commandment of veil is not only for women, it is also for men. Both, even the program today is for both, that we can learn from the disadvantages of social media and that we can also learn how we can take advantage of social media. As I said, Hazur is concerned about this as well. I have presented few aspects of his speeches regarding this matter. May Allah enable us that we understand this problem and that He enable us that we only take the good of this side of social media, and it has already become a part of our life, and we should make sure that this part of our life is good for us, not harmful for us. Jazakallah. We will now carry on with the next speech. The next speech is in Urdu. It will be delivered from Maulana Muhammad Ahmed Khurshid Sahib. And the speech, topic of the speech is Tarbiyyat of children, responsibility of parents.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. बसा औकात देखने को मिलता है कि वालिदैन अक्सर बच्चों की तरफ तवज्जो इसलिए नहीं देते कि वालिदैन ये समझते हैं कि ये बच्चा भी उम्र में छोटा है, इसने अभी तक दुनिया नहीं देखी, ये तो भी बिल्कुल मासूम है, इसको दुनिया का क्या पता। तो इस गलतफहमी में रहते हुए जो उस बच्चे का मुस्तकबिल है वो हमेशा के लिए बन चुका होता है। इंशाल्लाह आज मैं आपके सामने हज़रत खलीफतुल मसीह अर्राबे रहमहुल्लाह ताला के एक खुतबा जुमा की तरफ आपकी तवज्जो करूँगा इंशाल्लाह, जिसमें आपने बहुत ही उम्दगी के साथ इस मज़मून को हम सब के फ़ायदे के लिए समझाया। आप फरमाते हैं कि मैंने जहाँ तक मुतालिया किया है, बाज़ साइंसदान तो इस नतीजे पर पहुँचे हैं کہ چھوٹی عمر میں ہی اگر زبان سکھائی نہ جائے، کوئی بھی زبان، اور لمبا خلا مثلا 7-8 سال تک مسلسل خلا چلا جائے، تو اس کے بعد بچہ کوئی زبان سیکھ ہی نہیں سکتا. یعنی پھر جتنا چاہیں آپ زور لگائیں، جتنی چاہیں کوشش کر لیں، وہ مستقل خلا پیدا ہو جائے گا. اسی طرح آپ دیکھیں کہ دنیا کا کوئی بھی علم ہو، زبان ایک علم ہے، ایک فن ہے. اسی طرح کا کوئی بھی علم ہو، کوئی بھی ذوق ہو، کوئی بھی شوق ہو، جو اس عمر میں بچہ پیدا کر لیتا ہے، وہ بسا اوقات پوری عمر اس فعل کو جاری رکھتا ہے. اسی لیے وہ بچے جو عمدگی کے ساتھ جن کی تربیت کی جاتی ہے، وہ اس عمر سے نکل کر پوری عمر ان تربیت کے نیک پہلوؤں کو جاری رکھنے والے بن سکتے ہیں. خلیفہ رابع رحمہ اللہ فرماتے ہیں کہ امر واقعہ یہ ہے کہ اس عمر میں، یعنی کہ 7-8 سال کی عمر تک، آپ فرماتے ہیں کہ امر واقعہ یہ ہے کہ اس عمر میں بچے ماں اور باپ کے سپرد ہیں، اور اس پہلو سے قرآن کریم بھی روشنی ڈالتا ہے اور احادیث بھی کثرت سے اس کا ذکر ملتا ہے. ہاں، ان کو اس طرف متوجہ کرنے کی ضرورت ہے، بار بار یاد دہانی کی ضرورت ہے. چند لمحات کے بعد بچے کے کان میں اذان دینا، یعنی جب بچہ پیدا ہوتا ہے تو چند لمحات کے بعد اس کے کان میں اذان دینا اور دوسرے کان میں تکبیر کہنا، یہ ایک بہت ہی عظیم الشان اور گہرا حکم ہے، اور یہ بتانے کے لیے ہے کہ بچے کی عمر کا ایک لمحہ بھی ایسا نہیں ہے جو تربیت سے خالی رہے، اور کوئی لمحہ ایسا نہیں ہے جس کے متعلق تم جواب دہ نہیں ہوگے. تم سے مراد یہاں پر والدین ہیں. عملاً جب ہم اذان دیتے ہیں تو بچہ تو اس اذان کے لیے جواب دہ نہیں ہے، نہ اس تکبیر کے لیے جواب دہ ہے، نہ ان باتوں کو سمجھ رہا ہے. ماں باپ کو متوجہ کیا گیا ہے کہ جواب دہ تم ہو، اور پہلے دن سے جواب دہ تم ہو. پھر خلیفہ رابع رحمہ اللہ فرماتے ہیں کہ قرآن کریم میں اللہ تعالیٰ فرماتا ہے قو انفسکم، کہ اپنے آپ کو بچاؤ، وَأَهْلِيكُمْ، اور اپنے اہل ویال کو، اپنے بچوں کو بچاؤ. کس چیز سے بچاؤ؟ نارن، آگ سے بچاؤ. آپ فرماتے ہیں کہ اس میں جہاں تک اولاد کا تعلق ہے، یہ بچانے کا عمل پیدائش کے ساتھ ہی شروع ہو جاتا ہے. یہ جو قرآن کریم کی آیت ہے کہ قو انفسکم واہلیکم نارن، کہ آگ سے بچانے کا جو ایک پہلو ہے وہ پیدائش سے ہی شروع ہو جاتا ہے. اور اگر 7 سال کی عمر خصوصیت کے ساتھ اہمیت رکھتی ہے، جیسا کہ سائنسدان بھی کہتے ہیں، اور بعض فرق بھی کرتے ہیں، بعض 7 سال کو کچھ بڑھا دیتے ہیں، بعض کچھ کم کر دیتے ہیں، لیکن عموماً اس پر یہ اتفاق ہے کہ 7 سال کے لگ بھگ عمر بہت ہی اہمیت رکھتی ہے. وہاں پہنچ کر بچہ نفسیاتی لحاظ سے پختگی میں داخل ہو جاتا ہے، یعنی پختگی کی جانب قدم اٹھانے لگتا ہے. تیزی اور وہ کچی عمر نفسیاتی جو اثر کو قبول کرنے والی عمر ہوتی ہے، وہ سب سے زیادہ حساس 7 سال سے پہلے ہی ہے. اثر قبول کرنا، ابھی مربی صاحب نے یہ ذکر کیا تھا کہ یہ مختلف سوشل میڈیا کے پلیٹ فارم ہیں جس پہ بچے بعض اوقات نہ چاہتے ہوئے بھی یا بعض اپنے والدین کو دیکھتے ہوئے انہی پلیٹ فارم پہ چڑھ جاتے ہیں. تو خلیفہ رابع رحمہ اللہ نے یہ 1985 کا خطبہ ہے. آپ فرماتے ہیں کہ بچوں میں یہ قابلیت، یہ ہنر ہے کہ شروع سے وہ بعض چیزوں کو اپنا لیتے ہیں. مثلا آپ فرماتے ہیں کہ نفسیاتی چیزیں، بعض نفسیاتی بیماریاں، یہ تمام وہ چیزیں ہیں جو بچہ دیکھتے دیکھتے، اگر اس عمر میں اس کو ٹرین نہ کیا جائے، اس کی تربیت نہ کی جائے، اس کو تسلی نہ دی جائے، تو وہ پوری عمر کے لیے انہی چیزوں میں ملوث رہتا ہے. پھر خلیفہ رابع فرماتے ہیں کہ اس نقطہ نگاہ سے جب ہم مزید غور کرتے ہیں تو بعض اور ایسے ارشادات نظر آتے ہیں جس کا اس مضمون سے تعلق ہے. مثلا بچے کی خیار کی عمر کیا ہے؟ یہ ایک ایسی بحث ہے جو فقہا میں چل رہی ہے کہ اگر بچے سے یہ پوچھنا ہو کہ تم نے ماں کے پاس رہنا ہے یا باپ کے پاس، یعنی جب علیحدگی، خدا نخواستہ علیحدگی ہوتی ہے، تو تم نے کیا ماں کے پاس رہنا یا باپ کے پاس؟ تو فقہا میں یہ بحث چلی کہ بچے کی کیا عمر ہونی چاہیے۔ خلیفہ رابع فرماتے ہیں کہ بہت سے فقہا 7 سال کی عمر بتاتے ہیں، اور بہت سے ایسے ہیں جو 9 سال یا 10 سال کی عمر بتاتے ہیں، لیکن 7 سال سے کم نہیں بتاتے۔ اور بہت سے ایسے ہیں، آپ فرماتے ہیں کہ 7 سال کا یقیناً کوئی تعلق ضرور ہے، اور 7 سال سے 10 سال کی عمر اس لحاظ سے بہت زیادہ اہمیت رکھتی ہے۔ پھر آپ فرماتے ہیں کہ 7 سال سے پہلے کچا دور ہے اثر پذیر ہونے کا۔ 7 سال کی عمر تک اپنے فیصلے کا کچھ نہ کچھ اختیار بچے کو ہو جاتا ہے، کچھ شعور پیدا ہو جاتا ہے، اور اسی لیے رسول اکرم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم نے یہ فرمایا کہ 7 سال کی عمر سے اس کو نصیحت کر کے نماز پڑھانے کی تلقین کرو۔ یہ بہت ہی زبردست نقطہ خلیفہ رابع رحمہ اللہ نے فرمایا ہے کہ 7 سال کی عمر میں بچے میں اتنی قابلیت پیدا ہو جاتی ہے کہ وہ یہ سمجھتا ہے کہ آیا مجھے والد کے پاس رہنا چاہیے یا اپنی والدہ کے پاس رہنا چاہیے۔ تو فقہا نے اجتماعی طور پر یہ فیصلہ دیا کہ 7 سال سے لے کر 9-10 سال کی عمر تک بچے میں یہ یقیناً قابلیت پیدا ہو جاتی ہے۔ اور پھر آپ نبی کریم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کا جو یہ ارشاد ہے کہ 7 سال کی عمر میں بچے کو یہ تلقین کرو کہ نماز پڑھنے کی عادت ڈالو، تاکہ بچہ اس چیز کو سمجھے، اس کو ذہن نشین کرے اور اس پر عمل کرنا شروع کر دے۔ پھر خلیفہ رابع رحمہ اللہ فرماتے ہیں کہ جب بچہ ماں باپ کو مسکراتے ہوئے دیکھے تو بعض دفعہ ماں باپ کی مسکراہٹ کی ایک جھلک بلا ارادہ اس کی مسکراہٹ میں اس طرح داخل ہو جاتی ہے کہ وہ بڑھاپے تک قائم رہتی ہے۔ ماں باپ کی باتیں کرنے کا طریق، ان کے غصے کا اظہار کیسے ہوتا ہے، وہ خوش کیسے ہوتے ہیں، یہ ساری وہ چیزیں ہیں جو بچہ قبول کر رہا ہے لیکن ارادے کے ساتھ نہیں کر رہا، اور چونکہ ارادے کے ساتھ نہیں کر رہا اس لیے ایک طبعی فطری عمل کے طور پر چیزیں اس کے اندر داخل ہو رہی ہیں۔ جو چیزیں اس دور میں طبعی فطری عمل کے طور پر اس کے اندر داخل ہو جائیں، بعد میں ان کو بالارادہ طور پر ڈھال لینا اور ان کو زیادہ خوبصورت بنا دینا یہ ممکن ہے، لیکن جو اس عمر میں ان کے اندر داخل ہی نہ ہوئی ہوں وہ خلا ہیں جو پھر پر نہیں کیے جا سکتے۔ خلاصتاً یہ جو آپ نے فرمایا کہ طبعی فطری عمل، انسٹنکٹیولی، اگر آپ دیکھیں کہ آپ کے والدین مسکرا رہے ہیں، آپس میں پیار محبت سے رہنے والے ہیں، انصاف کرنے والے ہیں، اور کبھی کسی کے اوپر زیادتی نہیں کرنے والے، دوسروں کی عزت کرنے والے ہیں، ایک دوسرے کی عزت کرنے والے ہیں، بزرگوں کی عزت کرنے والے ہیں، تو بچہ بلا ارادہ ہوتا ہے کہ وہ نہ چاہتے ہوئے بھی اس چیز کو اپنے سب کانشیس مائنڈ میں انٹر کر رہا ہے، جی کہ میں نے اپنی والدہ کو، اپنے والد کو یہ کرتے ہوئے دیکھا، لہٰذا اس چیز کو مجھے اپنانا چاہیے۔ کئی دفعہ آپ دیکھیں گے کہ جب کسی کے ہاں وفات ہوتی ہے، بچہ خواہ 40 30 50 60 سال کا کیوں نہ ہو، اب تو بڑھاپے کے اوپر اس کی عمر پہنچ جاتی ہے، وہ ہمیشہ یہ کہے گا کہ بچپن سے میں نے یہ دیکھا تھا کہ میری والدہ یا میرے والد مجھے قرآن کریم پڑھایا کرتے تھے، ہمیں نماز کے لیے لے جایا کرتے تھے، ہمیں بڑی پیار کی نظر سے دیکھا کرتے تھے، ہم پہ کبھی زیادتی نہیں کی انہوں نے۔ تو ایک 60 سالہ یا 50 سالہ بندہ بھی اپنے بچپن کے زمانے کو دیکھ کر اپنے والدین کی قدر کرے گا کہ بچپن میں میرے والدین نے میرے ساتھ اس طرح کا سلوک کیا۔ تو یہ وہی مضمون ہے جس کی طرف خلیفہ رابع رحمہ اللہ فرما رہے ہیں، بیان کر رہے ہیں کہ طبعی فطری طور پہ، یعنی کہ انسٹنکٹیولی بچہ جو ہے آپ کی تمام حرکات کو نوٹ کر رہا ہے، جس طرح کیمرہ نوٹ کرتا ہے اور اس چیز کو سیو کر لیتا ہے، اسی طرح بچے کی جو اس کا جو کچا ذہن ہے، چونکہ ابھی جو چیز اس کو نظر آ رہی ہے وہی اس کے لیے حقیقت ہے، اگر آپ حقیقت کو جس طرح ڈھالنا چاہیں وہ بچے کے لیے حقیقت ہی ہوگی. اگر آپ بچے کے ساتھ بہت پیار محبت سے بات کریں لیکن بیوی اپنے خاوند سے یا خاوند اپنی بیوی سے گالی گلوچ کا ایک سلسلہ چل رہا ہو یا ایک زیادتی چل رہی ہو تو بچہ اس بات کو ضرور سمجھے گا کہ مجھ سے پیار سے بات کی گئی ہے لیکن ان کا آپس میں رویہ یہ ہے. تو بچہ نہ چاہتے ہوئے بھی بلا ارادہ، خلیفہ رابع نے جو لفظ استعمال فرمایا ہے کہ بلا ارادہ، وہ بچہ اس چیز کو اپنے سب کانشیس مائنڈ میں بٹھا چکا ہوتا ہے. پھر آپ فرماتے ہیں کہ میں ماں باپ کو متوجہ کرنا چاہتا ہوں کہ ہم پر بہت بڑی ذمہ داری ہے، خصوصاً ایسے علاقوں میں بسنے والے ماں باپ پر جیسے یہ علاقہ ہے یعنی انگلستان، جہاں ہم آج کل بس رہے ہیں اور آج کل زندگی کے دن گزار رہے ہیں. جیسے یورپ کی اور ریاستیں ہیں، جیسے مشرق بعید کی بعض ریاستیں ہیں، جیسے ہندوستان کے بعض علاقے ہیں. ان سب علاقوں میں غیر معمولی طور پر غیر اسلامی قدریں غالب ہیں. اسکول جانے کی بچے کی جو عمر ہے وہ 7 سال سے پہلے شروع ہو جاتی ہے. یعنی ان ممالک میں 4 سال کی عمر میں بچہ اسکول جانے شروع کر دیتا ہے. آپ فرماتے ہیں اور اس عمر میں جو نہایت ہی حساس عمر ہے، یعنی آپ خود فرماتے ہیں بلکہ یعنی 4 سال یا 4.5 سال سے لے کر 7 سال کا زمانہ یہ خصوصیت کے ساتھ خطرے کی گھنٹی بجاتا ہے. یعنی کہ حضرت خلیفۃ المسیح رابع رحمہ اللہ یہ فرما رہے ہیں کہ اگر بچہ جو کہ اب پری نرسری یعنی کہ نرسری سے پہلے پھر نرسری پھر پرائمری اسکول، آپ سمجھتے ہوں گے کہ بچے جا رہے ہیں پتہ نہیں کیا سیکھتے ہوں گے، چلے ہمیں فارغ وقت بھی مل گیا ہے، ہمیں ریسٹ کر لیں گے، ہم آرام کر لیں گے. لیکن بچہ ان اسکولوں میں بھی چونکہ اس کا ذہن ابھی پوری طرح پکا نہیں ہوا، کبھی تک کچا ہے، تو وہ ہر چیز پک کر رہا ہے، ہر چیز جو دیکھتا ہے وہ اپنے سب کانشیس مائنڈ میں ڈال رہا ہے. تو خلیفہ رابع رحمہ اللہ فرماتے ہیں کہ ان علاقوں میں بسنے والے لوگوں کو ان پہ بہت گہری ذمہ داری ہے کہ جب ہمارے بچے اسکولوں سے آتے ہیں تو وہ کیا نمونہ دیکھتے ہیں، وہ کس ماحول میں قدم ڈالتے ہیں. اگر اسکول میں ایک ماحول دیکھیں گے، گھر آ کے ایک اور ماحول دیکھیں گے، ان کا دماغ جو ہے ایک کنفیوژن میں سے گزرے گا. اور یہ بہت ہی گہری بات خلیفہ رابع رحمہ اللہ نے فرمائی ہے کہ یہ ایک خطرے کی گھنٹی ہے جس پہ ہر والد کو، ہر والدہ کو بہت توجہ سے سننا چاہیے کہ ہم کس طرح اپنے بچوں کی اعلیٰ رنگ میں اور آسن رنگ میں تربیت کریں. آپ پھر آگے فرماتے ہیں کہ کھانے کے معاملے میں آپ دیکھ لیں، اس عمر میں آپ بچے کو لاکھ کوشش کریں کہ یہ چیز اچھی ہے، یہ کھاؤ، وہ کہے گا کہ نہیں مجھے نہیں اچھی لگتی. لیکن جب وہ 7 سال یا اس سے بڑا ہو جائے یا کم و بیش اس عمر کو پہنچ جائے تو پھر وہ بات کو سمجھتا ہے اور کہتا ہے کہ ہاں میں کوشش کرتا ہوں، اور کچھ دیر کوشش کے بعد اس کو اچھی بھی لگنے لگ جاتی ہے. آپ فرماتے ہیں کہ بعض بیوقوف مائیں جو چیز ان کے نزدیک اچھی ہوتی ہے وہ بچے کو مار مار کے کھلا رہی ہوتی ہے کہ یہ چیز تمہارے لیے اچھی ہے، زبردستی کھلاتی ہے. یہ سوچ ہی نہیں سکتی کہ یہ بات بھیانک حرکت ہے. بعض دفعہ اس سے ہمیشہ کے لیے نفرت پیدا ہو جاتی ہے، بعض دفعہ نفسیاتی بیماریاں ایسی پیدا ہو جاتی ہیں. اس لیے ہرگز کبھی ایسی حرکت کرنے کی کوشش نہیں کرنی چاہیے. تو زبردستی کی عمر بہرحال نہیں، پیار کی عمر ہے، اور پیار کی عمر بھی ایسی ہے کہ دلکشی کی عمر ہے. اگر آپ دلکشی کے ذریعے سے اس بچے کی فطرت پر اثر انداز ہوں گے تو بچہ اچھے اثر کو قبول کرے گا. یہ بھی آپ دیکھیں خلیفہ رابع رحمہ اللہ نے کتنا زبردست نقطہ فرمایا ہے کہ کھانے کی چیزوں کو لے کر بھی بچوں کو پیار محبت سے سمجھائیں کہ یہ چیز تمہارے لیے اچھی ہے، یہ خطرے کا باعث ہے. لیکن اگر آپ زبردستی بچے کو کھلائیں گی یا کھلائیں، یعنی والد کا بھی ذکر اس میں آتا ہوگا کہ اگر والد بھی زبردستی کھلاتا ہو تو اگر بچہ کھا بھی لے لیکن ممکن ہے کہ ہمیشہ کے لیے وہ اس کھانے کو یا اس حرکت کو کہ زبردستی کھلایا گیا ہے ان تمام چیزوں کو نفرت کی نگاہ سے دیکھے. آپ فرماتے ہیں کہ بعض نفسیاتی بیماریاں مثلا ڈپریشن ہو گئی، انگزائٹی ہو گئی، اس طرح کی کئی بیماریاں ہیں. ہم کہتے نہیں بچہ پریشان ہے، بچہ روتا ہے، بچہ یہ کرتا ہے، اس کی بات کو سنیں، بچے کو بچہ نہ سمجھیں، بچے کی بات کی طرف توجہ کریں، دیکھیں کیا مسئلہ ہے. ہو سکتا ہے اس کو والد کی ضرورت ہو. بسا اوقات ہم کیا سمجھتے ہیں، جی ہمارے 2 بڑے بچے ہیں 15 سال 18 20 سال کے، تو جو چھوٹا بچہ ہے ہم کہتے ہیں کہ نہیں بیٹا تمہارے مسئلے نہیں ہیں ابھی، تم جا کے کھیلو، ٹی وی دیکھو، جا کے لیپ ٹاپ پہ جاؤ. لیکن ہم حلیفہ رابع فرماتے ہیں کہ نہ چاہتے ہوئے بھی اس کا ذہن اس وقت تبدیل ہو رہا ہوتا ہے، جبکہ 18-20 سال کا بچہ ایک لحاظ سے اس کا دماغ سیٹل ہو چکا ہوتا ہے، قائم ہو چکا ہوتا ہے. لیکن جو اس بچپنے کی عمر سے گزر رہا ہوتا ہے، اس پر چونکہ ہم کام نہیں کرتے، اور وہ جو چیز دیکھ رہا ہوتا ہے اسی چیز کو پھر وہ اپناتا ہے. آپ فرماتے ہیں کہ ہر انسان کے اندر کچھ خوبیاں ہیں اور کچھ بدیاں ہیں، اور ان کی ایک تاریخ اس کے ذہن میں محفوظ چلی آتی ہے. اگر اس کو اپنے اندر ڈوبنے کا سلیقہ ہو، عادت ہو سوچنے کی اور غور کرنے کی، تو بسا اوقات یہ ممکن ہے کہ اگر سب نہیں تو اکثر بدیوں کے ساتھ سفر کرتا ہوا بچپن کے اس مقام تک پہنچ سکتا ہے جہاں پہلی دفعہ وہ بدی پیدا ہوئی ہو، اور اس کے لیے دل میں کشش پیدا ہوئی ہو. کیوں ہوئی تھی؟ اور وہ بدی کا فرشتہ جو اس کے ساتھ ہے اس کو شیطان کہا جاتا ہے. پتہ ہے کہ کون سا شیطان تھا، کس وقت آیا تھا، کس وقت اس نے میرے ذہن کے کس حصے پر قبضہ کر لیا، اور آج تک وہ چل رہا ہے، اور ساتھ ہی اسی طرح اس بدی کو زندہ رکھے ہوئے ہے. اور پھر آپ فرماتے ہیں کہ اسی طرح اگر وہ اپنی نیکیوں کا تجزیہ کرے تو اس کو معلوم ہوگا کہ بچپن میں کس زمانے میں کسی خاص چیز کے ساتھ کسی خاص وجہ سے پیار ہو گیا، اور وہ وجہ اس کی نیکی کا فرشتہ ہے، اور اس نیکی کی حفاظت کرتا ہے ہمیشہ، اور اسے قدم آگے بڑھاتا چلا جاتا ہے. آپ یقین کریں، خود سوچیں، اگر خدا نخواستہ انسان کسی بدی میں ملوث ہو یا اس میں کوئی خاص نیکی ہو، کبھی آنکھیں بند کر کے سوچیں کہ وہ نیکی یا وہ بدی کہاں شروع ہوئی. اور میں یقین سے کہہ سکتا ہوں یہ جو فلسفی حلیفہ رابع رحمہ اللہ نے بیان کی ہے، آپ اس پہ غور کر کے دیکھیں کہ وہ چیز ہمیشہ کہیں نہ کہیں آپ کے بچپن میں ہوئی ہوگی. اکثر وہ لوگ جو کسی صرف گناہ میں نہیں بلکہ کسی کرائم میں یا کسی زیادتی میں ملوث ہوتے ہیں، ان سے پوچھا جائے کہ why did you commit this، یہ معاملہ کہاں سے شروع ہوا، تو وہ ہمیشہ کہے گا کہ میرے ساتھ بچپن میں یہ ہوا کرتا تھا. اور یہ جو فلسفی حلیفہ رابع رحمہ اللہ نے فرمائی، یہ 100% درست ہے کہ وہ نیکی، مثال کے طور پہ آپ کہیں کہ قرآن کریم بیٹا آپ نے کہاں سے شروع کیا ہے پڑھنا، کہے گا کہ میری فلاں خالہ، میری فلاں والدہ کی دوست نے، یا میری والدہ نے، یا میرے والد صاحب نے، انہوں نے پہلی مرتبہ مجھے قرآن کریم یا جو قاعدہ ہے وہ اس عمر میں سکھایا یا وہ کھول کے دکھایا. آپ یقین کریں، اس کو آزمائیں، چیک کریں کہ بچپن کے اس زمانے میں، اس دور میں آپ فوری طور پر پہنچ جائیں گے. آپ فرماتے ہیں، اور یہ میرا آخری حصہ ہوگا، آپ فرماتے ہیں کہ مثلاً، اور یہ آپ دیکھیں کہ یہ 1985 کا خطبہ ہے جو کہ اب 35 سال پرانا ہے، 35 ایئرز. آپ فرماتے ہیں مثلاً آج کل جو ٹیلی ویژن دیکھنے والے جو بچے ہیں، ان کا دماغ اس دنیا کی بجائے اسپیس میں زیادہ رہتا ہے. اسپیس یعنی کہ جو کائنات وغیرہ ہے اس میں رہتا ہے. فرضی جن، فرضی کائنات کے مالک اور قابض لوگ، اور فرضی ہتھیاروں کے ساتھ حملہ کرنے والے، یعنی اسپیس شپ، ایلینز وغیرہ، ان تمام چیزوں کی طرف بچوں کا ایک ان کی ذہنیت ہوتی ہے، یا فیسینیشن ان کی ان چیزوں سے ہوتی ہے. آپ فرماتے ہیں کہ اس قسم کی چیزوں میں وہ بسنے لگ گئے ہیں. روزمرہ کے انسانی مسائل سے ان کو الگ کر دیا گیا ہے. شاذ و نادر بچوں کا کوئی پروگرام دیکھیں گے جن میں انسانی ہمدردی سے تعلق رکھنے والے، انسانی برائیوں سے تعلق رکھنے والے، انسانی خوبیوں سے تعلق رکھنے والے پروگرام اس طرح سے دیے گئے ہوں کہ بچوں کو برائیوں سے نفرت اور خوبیوں سے پیار ہو جائے. اگر یہ 35 سال پرانا خطبہ ہے، اور حلیفہ رابع رحمہ اللہ نے ٹیلی ویژن کا ذکر کیا ہے جہاں پر بسا اوقات صرف گھنٹہ یا 2 گھنٹے بچوں کے شوز چلتے ہوں، تو آج کل کے زمانے میں بچے کے ہاتھ میں ٹیبلٹ، موبائل فون، ٹیلی ویژن کا ایکسیس، لیپ ٹاپ کا ایکسیس، بلکہ بچے ہی صرف نہیں لیکن والدین خود ان چیزوں میں ملوث ہیں۔ ایک سائیکائٹرسٹ کے مطابق جو ذہنی امراض ہیں ان کی ایک بہت بڑی وجہ اب یہ ہے کہ بچوں کے پاس کنٹرول نہیں رہا، ان کی جو ایک معصومیت تھی وہ اب نہیں رہی۔ آپ یوٹیوب پر جائیں یا کسی چینل پہ جائیں اور آپ دیکھیں تو فوری طور پہ آپ کو وہی جو ایک سوشل میڈیا ہے وہ آپ کو فوری طور پر اگلے چینل کی طرف ڈائریکٹ کر دیتا ہے کہ اب تم یہ بھی دیکھو، اب تم یہ بھی دیکھو، اب تم یہ بھی دیکھو۔ جو والدین ہیں وہ کسی حد تک اس چیز کو روک سکتے ہیں، اپنے دماغ کو روک سکتے ہیں، اپنے آپ کو سمجھا سکتے ہیں کہ ٹھیک ہے اب کافی ہو گیا ہے، لیکن جو بچہ ہے اس کا دماغ اس ہر چیز کو اس اپنے دماغ سب کانشیس مائنڈ میں فیڈ کر رہا ہے اور ان امراض کو اپنے دماغ میں ڈال رہا ہے، اور جب وہ اس عمر سے نکلتا ہے، علی فارابی فرماتے کہ انسانی مسائل، روزمرہ کے انسانی مسائل، بچہ بڑا ہوگا وہ کہے گا میں اپنے والدین سے کس طرح بات کروں، میں فلاں سے کس طرح بات کروں، اور وہ پھر اپنی دنیا میں ہی، اپنے کمرے میں ہی، اپنی اسکرین پر ہی وہی اس کی دنیا بن جاتی ہے۔ تو میری عاجزانہ درخواست یہ ہے کہ ہم سب، جس میں میں خود بھی شامل ہوں، ہم سب اللہ تعالیٰ میں توفیق عطا فرمائے کہ ہم اس مسئلے کو سمجھیں، اور جب ہم یہ کہتے ہیں کہ بچوں کے مسائل، بچوں کی تربیت، بچے یہ نہیں کرتے، بچے نماز نہیں پڑھتے، بچے اطاعت نہیں کرتے، بچے میری باتیں نہیں سنتے، بچے ہمارے ساتھ کھانا نہیں کھاتے، بچے اپنے کمروں میں کھانا کھاتے ہیں، تو آپ یہ سوچیں کہ اس کی بنیاد کہاں سے شروع ہوئی؟ پہلی دفعہ میرا بچہ اپنے کمرے میں کھانے کے لیے کیوں گیا؟ پہلی دفعہ بچے نے نماز پڑھنے سے انکار کیوں کیا؟ اس کی وجہ تلاش کریں، اور آپ یقیناً بچے کی اس عمر کی طرف جائیں گے جہاں پر ہم نے اس بچے کو توجہ نہیں دی ہوگی۔ تو اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کو توفیق عطا فرمائے کہ ہم اپنے بچوں کو اہمیت دینے والے ہوں، ان کے مسائل کو سمجھنے والے ہوں، اور اعلیٰ رنگ میں اور آسن رنگ میں ان کی تربیت کرنے والے ہوں۔ اللہم صلی علی محمد وعلی آل محمد وبارک وسلم انک حمید مجید۔
Jazakallah, Khurshid Sahib. I think it is the blessings of Allah that we have accepted the Imam of this age and that we can benefit from him and from his Caliph. Everyone will agree with me that the time with Khalifa Rabi we have spent was very beneficial for us. Every program he was there, we could take benefit. Majlis Irfan, where he would share his knowledge, or Urdu class, where he would tell us jokes or would have fun with kids who were sitting in front of him, or with Bara Bacha, Chota Bacha, Chini Sahab. And regarding Urdu class, I remember that every household, every MD family would come together and would watch that program. Indeed, Khalifa Rabi was a legend, and Jazakallah Khurshid Sahib for that inspiring speech. We will come now to our keynote speaker, Nisar Sahib.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Respected Murabbiyan, Sahil Sahib and Khurshid Sahib, and my dear friends of the Liverpool Jamaat, I'd like to wish you a very warm Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Actually, I haven't come with anything prepared, anything written. I'm not looking in front of a computer screen, reading out some notes. I've just basically come with what's in my mind, okay? I really want to share a few stories with you that I experience on a regular basis. I have good news, sad news, optimistic news, pessimistic news. That's life, okay? And that's the reason why the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, came to reform us, to reform human beings. We are weak, but from weakness we have to gain strength and become better people. And I want to try to give more time to questions and answers. I feel that's very important for people to get things off their chest, get things off their mind, and try and ask questions. and be satisfied. You know, I'm just going to try to do my effort, to do my bit, to share with you a few experiences, a few stories that you may realize and take it upon yourself to make you a better person. I will try. More importantly, I will pray as well at the same time for everyone. You know, we're all on the same journey. You know, some are in a higher position, some are lower, and some get to those higher positions at a slower rate than others. But nevertheless, we are on the same journey, and we are all here to help each other. The title of this session today, maintaining the veil and keeping away from evil. Plus, we're talking about social media. We're talking about parda. So there's a number of things to discuss and questions to ask in these topics. I mean, first of all, social media. You know, people tend to focus and highlight and talk about the worrying or bad aspects of a particular thing. But I'm going to first of all start by saying alhamdulillah for social media. Alhamdulillah for it. You know, we are still going through the lockdown period, and the lockdown period actually coincided with Ramadan. You know, we're also used to coming to the mosque, listening to the daras, having iftari together, saying Isha together, doing Tarawih namaz together, and so forth. And then at the end, we look forward to Eid. Unfortunately, that did not happen this year, but nevertheless, the transition from being practical and going to virtual, as we are now, was very, very seamless. It was just a little blip, and that was it. And if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't have had our full packed Ramadan program. To me, you know, this social media actually reached out to more people than what the practical aspect would have done. Of course, inshallah, soon we are going to be going back into the practical aspects of life, but now we know the real benefits that we can gain and how to use social media to maximize the goodness of social media. I'm sure we will still maintain that as well. But nevertheless, you know, people do focus on the bad aspects of a particular thing. For example, marriage, okay? Marriage is a massive thing. Marriage is a big thing. Right now, we're going through the summer, and this is supposed to be the shadi period right now. People are looking for rishtas. People are looking for, you know, to get married, registration. They're looking to get their nikah done, but they're all of a sudden, they're restricted. Their plans are changed. And you know what? Also, during this period, people sadly are getting divorced as well. They want to split up, not because of the pandemic or the restrictions. It's just a natural aspect of life as well. People move on, people split up. And regarding marriage, people tend to focus on the divorces. They want to know what's happened here, why has that happened, who's done what, who's done this. As opposed to the good aspect, because people don't talk about the good marriages. They talk about the bad marriages, the marriages that split up. They want some, you know, some inside information, some gossip and so forth. Successful marriages, they're not interested in. The same as social media, yeah? I've just told you the benefits of social media in terms of the full Ramadan program, and it's continued even till today, this Tarbiyyat session. I mean, every day I'm at some Jamaat, you know. I was in Cambridge the other day. I've been in Birmingham, Manchester, local Jamaat. Every day, this social media platforms allow me to reach out to the Jamaat members. And even after we go offline, they still continue to contact me because they want advice offline as well. They don't want to ask in front of other people. But one aspect I want to share with you in terms of social media, I'm going to show you this, okay? We all know what this is, okay? Yep, it's called a mobile phone. And more or less, we all have one, okay? Now, this little handheld gadget, that's exactly what it is. It's a handheld gadget. It packs a very, very powerful punch. You know, it's like a computer these days. It's got the internet on it, all the apps on it, and so forth. The world is literally at your fingertips. That's how powerful it is. But I tell you now, it's also a very dangerous thing as well. And I'm going to tell you one or two my own personal stories, okay? But it's also a very, very dangerous thing as well. We're keeping in mind it's a very, very beneficial thing, okay? But the dangerous thing, you know, in life, you also have to have a level of trust as well between husbands and wives, between parents and children. That level of trust has to be there. Now, the mobile phone, as I said, it's a dangerous thing. I'm going to focus on that for now. It is a dangerous thing. Why? You know, for example, you know, me being Secretary Tarbiyyat, I remember once when a whole load of WhatsApp pictures were sent to me. And what was behind this particular story was like a dance party was taking place in someone's house. And I just felt they were so naive about it. And what had happened, that there was a kind of, let's say, an engagement party, a Mungni party taking place in someone's house. Or actually it was a nikah party. What had happened, the boy and the girl, they had actually just had the nikah read by our beloved Khalifa. They were waqf children. And you know, of course, the parents were so proud. They were saying, you know, our beloved Hazur, they read the nikah for our children. They were very, very proud. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be? You would be, most definitely. But during what actually proceeded after that was, in order to celebrate the occasion, they all went back to the house, had a very, very big garden, marquee set up, and boys and girls were invited. You know, they keep saying, oh, wo hamare rishtedar hai, they're our relatives, there's no harm. You know, Munir, Sahil Sahib talked about mehram, yeah? You know, even girl cousins and cousins of girls and boys, you know, they're not allowed to mix easily. And that's what happened. They said, oh, they're our cousins, let them come in, let them come in. One thing led to another. There was music in the background, and they started dancing. This is the nikah of a waqf couple who had just had the nikah done by beloved Hazur. And guess what? Someone took some pictures, okay, and sent it to me by WhatsApp. And me being Secretary Tarbiyyat, I had to do something about it. I'm not one of those Secretary Tarbiyyats who I want punishment. I want to give saza to people. I want to samjha them. I want to, you know, take them to the side and, you know, try to make them understand that, you know, this is not correct. You know, sometimes people have different ways of doing things. You know, I like to put my arm around them, or a shoulder to cry on, or an ear to listen to. And so what happened was that all these pictures and videos were sent to me. So I had conclusive proof. And so I phoned up the father of the bride. Oh, by the way, I also done their counselling as well. I actually went to the house and done their pre-marriage counselling. And so what happened was I phoned up the father of the bride and I said, oh, by the way, I just found out there was some kind of party going on in your house. It was dancing. And for that 1 second, he had to think of an answer. He had 1 second to give me an answer. And he says, no, not to my knowledge. And I said, look, you know, I have all these videos and all these pictures on my phone, you know. And then he continued. I mean, unfortunately, he took the path that he tried to give me another lie to try to cover up the first lie. So again, this mobile phone led to the father of the bride lie. And I know this person very well as well. And I'm saying he doesn't have to do this to me. I have the proof on the phone. And rather than putting him in an embarrassing position, I said, look, I know the shadi is tomorrow. Just make sure that the parda arrangements are in place, okay? Because if the parda arrangements are so loose in their home, then what is it going to be at the shadi? If it's supposed to be in a big sports arena, okay, a very big, plush, affluent place, opulent place, and I can just anticipate it was going to be free. But anyway, I told him that. So he put the phone down, and a few minutes later, his wife called me, literally a few minutes later. They must have done a 1471. And she said, look, we're sorry. If this did happen in our house, it wasn't to our knowledge. We were inside and the children were outside. So at least she was starting to acknowledge something. And I said, please be very, very careful. Because, you know, because of the social media, because of the pictures, because of WhatsApp, it's all part of social media, okay? It's a very, very dangerous tool, okay? And, you know, alhamdulillah, they got married and all that. And later on, I did speak to the father of the bride, and he talked to me. He was embarrassed. And it's not about punishing them. It's about making people realize that they've done something wrong. We're trying to reform people, okay? And, you know, another recent story, this young lady, she phoned me, because I also do Islah, I also do reconciliation. I try to fix people's problems as well. And this young lady, you know, regarding the bad aspects of mobile phones and social media, she'd only been married for about 6 to 9 months or so forth, but the husband wasn't interested in her after they got married, you know, crazy. And, you know, pornography, you know, that's also accessible through these devices as well. And all he would do is spend time after time after time just hiding himself away, locking himself in the room. He would subscribe to pornographic channels. He would download images and so forth just to satisfy him. All the time he had a new young wife, okay, who wasn't giving any attention. Again, this was brought to my attention. I visited her, I visited her mother. You know, they were thinking of having a divorce, and rightfully so, you know, it was well within well within their rights to carry through with a khulla, with a divorce. But, you know, alhamdulillah, a little while, she actually showed the real teachings of Reformation, because our beloved Khalifa, he actually in one of his khutbahs said that reconciliation and forgiveness is better than breaking up, you know. Nevertheless, she still had the right to break up because the person had committed some real evil. And so recently she just came to my office and said, okay, we have contacted my husband's side. They also want reconciliation, but they also want further counseling as well. Excuse me. And again, this splitted marriage, you know, temporarily was because of this, okay? Please be very, very mindful about it. You know, I tend to preach a lot. I tend to tell people what to do and what not to do. And I actually have to practice what I preach myself. And I tell you now, there's no doubt that if I was to ask everyone in this session today, how long or how many hours do you spend on a mobile phone unconstructively, okay? Just wasting your time. You probably wouldn't give me an answer in a number of hours as well. And this really does take away the quality of your life. And again, within my own home, okay, I have to practice what I preach, you know. And I'm guilty of this as well, but I actually had to reform myself. And probably most of you guys and girls and wives, okay, and husbands, you probably take this into your bedroom, okay, especially in the evening before you retire, before you go to sleep. You probably have the charger next to your bed on your side. You probably put the telephone underneath your pillow, which is not advisable either, okay, yeah? And then you're giving so much time to this even in your bedroom, okay? No. What I do now You know, as I said, I was guilty of this until a good few weeks ago. I actually keep this outside of my room now, okay, yeah? I do not take it in. I also tell my wife to leave it outside the room. If she comes in with her mobile phone, I tell her to leave and to go and sleep in another room, okay? I do not allow her to come in at all. It does add to the quality of your life. And if parents, if you actually lead by example, then your children will also do so. So now we have, let's say, a mobile basket in the hallway before the parents retire, before the children retire. They put the mobile phone in this basket and they do not take it in their room. Because parents do fear that what is the children watching, how they're using their mobile phones, what social platform are they on, who are they chatting to. You know, during the day, they're going to be using it, they say, for homework, speaking to friends, but you do have to trust them as well. And this is where your own tarbiyyat comes into it, the tarbiyyat at home. And I think during this lockdown period, it's been a real beneficial time for everyone. So be very, very careful, okay, in terms of how long you use it. Make sure you trust your children, okay? You have to trust them. But if they do get into trouble, you also have to help them as well. You also have to help them. Husbands and wives, let me tell you one more thing before I get into another subject. Please just keep an eye on the time, Sahil Sahib, okay? You have to go to stop me, okay? This is a marriage breaker, by the way, okay? Why am I'm not, it's not a throwaway statement, you know. I am Secretary Tarbiyyat. I'm also the chairman of the Islamic committee. It is a marriage breaker. It gets in the way between husbands and wives. You know, so much so that look at the size of it. It's a handheld device. One thing that people tend to, well, one reason why marriages break up is ghussa, is anger. And they tend to vent their anger on mobile phones, especially if the other half is using mobile phones, okay? If the wife is not giving enough time to the husband or the husband not giving enough time to the wife, they tend to take it out, vent their anger. They'll grab their spouses, their partners more, and they'll smash it. They'll chuck it against the wall. They'll chuck it against the ground. It happens. It does happen, okay? And you know what? Even worse, they actually use this as a missile as well. Look, right in the hand, yeah? You can chuck it dead straight, and they even chuck it at each other as well. That's how extreme this has affected people, okay? Why am I saying this? It happens. These things happen. And I hope that this will register with you now. Use it. It's great. It's brilliant. But use it only when it's necessary. Give importance, give quality. Let's put quality back in your life now, into your family home. It's so, so important. Sadly, I'm telling you things as a fact. In the last few weeks, there has been a spike in relationship issues, okay? And subah se sham tak, from morning to evening, I am busy just contacting people, visiting people's homes, trying to sit with them. Children as well, a father and son. The father actually phoned me up one day, and he was on loudspeaker, and he said, Secretary Tarbiyyat, I need your help. My son, he is misusing his phone. And while he was talking to me, he was actually sitting on his son. He was sitting on his son. I could hear his son in the background. He's swearing, he's abusing, and you know, and he's saying, "Get off me!" But his father was holding him down, again because of the mobile phone. And then when he found out that I was on the phone, he's, you know, actually the son was going crazy. He was saying, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill everyone in the house, okay? Then he found out I was on the phone. He said, I'm going to kill me as well. I said, oh my God, I better not go around the house again, yeah? It was because of this. Why? The father had gone into the son's room because the son always had his mobile phone in his room. He took the mobile phone off of him. And he saw these chats with girls who they didn't know, very, very lewd language, very, very unacceptable language with strangers. And that's what caused the tension between father and son. And it's very, very, you know, look, I think what I'm sharing with you today, you already know, but you have to implement these things in your life, okay? I'm just going to leave what I said there regarding mobile phones and social media right now. I'm going to stop there regarding social media, but I do want to mention one more thing. Obviously, we talk about the veil, okay, parda. I'll just spend a few minutes on this before we go to Q&A. Again, I have to lead by example. The tilawat that was mentioned about was about the parda and veil of the lady. They should cover their faces and they should cover their bosoms. But Murabbi, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but the veil in the Quran was actually applied to men first, okay? It actually tells men that they should lower their gaze and they should wear clothes that are suitable, okay? You know, so parda came for men first. So basically, parda applies to both, And if we check at the ghazi basar, okay, if men and ladies as well, if they raise their eyes and make their eyes go wandering where they shouldn't go, well, they're in the wrong. Simple as that, okay? And ladies, if you are not used to wearing parda because your mother never applied parda when you were children, that's why you're not wearing parda, okay? It's difficult to break habits. You know, hamdulillah for myself, you know, I have 3 young daughters, okay? And my wife, she started making sure, when I said making sure, I'm not saying she forced them, okay? It was just a habit. Just like it's a habit to put a coat on, it's a habit for my daughters to put a scarf on when they go to school, to make sure that they cover their legs when they go to school. And, you know, and I don't have, alhamdulillah for my wife, I don't have that problem when my girls go to university, when my girls go to work later on in life. By second nature, they'll be putting some kind of parda on when they go. Now, if you're already 20, 25 years old and you're not in the habit of wearing parda, okay, then it may be a bit more difficult because your ways are already set and established, you know, but, you know, think about it. I mean, if you feel that it's not important to wear parda, then apply it to your children. What is good for you, then is good enough for your children. Because if you have girls and even boys as well, you want them to live a modest life. You want them to live a modest life, okay? And modesty actually, and wearing a parda actually allows you to live that modest life. It protects what's in your mind as well, and also it protects, you know, your actual body as well. And one last thing regarding parda now. You know, in the last couple of years, certain countries in Europe, Austria, France, and even the UK, you know, they applied that the veil is not to be worn at all, okay, for girls. And that made it very, very difficult, you know, for our girls to go to school, and having to, some of our girls even actually moved from one school to another school because of this. And so it was a very, very difficult time for our girls. Now think about it. Look at this lockdown period. This lockdown period, I think, is great, actually. I think it's so conducive and compatible to Islamic living. All the casinos are closed, pubs are closed, interest rates are nearly down. And guess what? It's compulsory now. Those countries that made it mandatory, okay, at schools that the girls have to remove the parda, now they're saying they have to put a face mask on, okay? So there you go. It's become such an Islamic world now. You know, again, alhamdulillah for this pandemic as well, because I think it's done, you know, great for the Islamic world. It's like it's promoting Islam in a kind of way. So again, please keep this in mind. You know, lack of parda does lead to a promiscuous life. It leads to having free relationships, open relationships. It does lead to that. And if you don't lead by example yourself, then you cannot blame your children later on if they adopt the same ways that you adopted. It's never too late. It's never too late to apply parda and so forth. So basically, you apply parda to your mobile phones. You restrict yourself to what you see, and also your physical parda as well. You know, like President Trump and other countries, all of a sudden they've started wearing the veil. You know, they're just basic. They're so vain to me. They're just basically looking after how they look. They're jismani shakl, okay? But we don't, that's not important to us. What's important to us is our ruhani shakl, okay? What's actually in here, okay? That's what we're protecting. That's why we make sure we put a veil over our eyes, we put a veil over our ears, we put a veil over our mouth, okay? In order to protect our
what's up?
ruhani life, not our jismani life, okay? May Allah enable, you know, us, you know, to listen to words of wisdom that continually come from our beloved Hazur. You know, do not think it's just another khutbah, another speech. You study these things, you know. You know, nasiyat to ek cheez hai, lekin amal dusra cheez hai. You have to practice. You have to practice these things in order to become a better person. You have to make an effort. Ask yourself, what effort did you make today? Aapne kya koshish kiya aaj? Did you do anything? If not, inshallah, Allah will give you another opportunity tomorrow to better yourself in these aspects of life. Again, may Allah enable all of us to not to be blind to this, okay? We should open our eyes. We should see what is good for us. Sahil Sahib, may I return the control back to you so you can now maybe direct us to the questions and answers that you may have.
Jazakallah Sahib. Truly amazing. I must say, Liverpool Jamat is always happy to see you here, and now seeing you on the screen is also good. We have received a lot of questions, and I'm afraid we can't go through all of those questions because we only got 45 minutes left till Maghrib Namaz. But we will try to go to as many as possible questions. First of all, Jazakallah to everyone who sent their questions. The first question, Orchestra, perhaps I can start with you. It is regarding Parda. You have already talked about Parda. The first question is there any specific age limit for Parda?
Again, it depends what kind of parda, and also I'm going to ask Murabbi Khurshid Sahib to help me out here as well. Again, my own example, I have 3 daughters, okay? The earlier you start, the better, okay? I mean, before I started this session, I actually quickly asked my daughter, what age did you start wearing parda, okay? Well, what age? And she said, you know, the age of 10 years old. 10 years old, her and her 2 younger sisters, they started wearing a scarf to school. But I believe that some mothers even start, you know, as young as 7 years old, you know, with their daughters. So if we're actually talking about parda for girls, then yes, you know, it's 7 years old. 7 years old, I believe. But my general answer to that is as young as possible, so they get into the adat of, so it doesn't become awkward when they grow up at all. As young as possible. That's what I say. That's for girls.
I think I agree with Nisar Sahib. As I gave in my speech as well, the khutbah of Khalifa Rabi rahimahullah, he mentioned that the ages between 7 and 10 is where the child starts to replicate the scene around her. So if she sees her mother and her sisters wearing the parda, and she is taught the importance of the parda, she will start putting it to her mind that this is the parda that I need and this is for my own good. So she will replicate until it becomes a permanent habit of hers. So I agree, this is between the ages of 7 and 10, that girl will start to adopt the habit if she sees her peers doing the same.
Jazakallah, gentlemen. We'll come now to the second question. If I can stay with Khurshid Sahib. Khurshid Sahib, the question is, what about those girls who are forced by their families to wear the veil?
Right. I mean, you know, I mentioned to you between the ages of 7 to 10. And even before that, there is if I just come back one step before the parda, the tarbiyat of that child, whether a boy or a girl, literally starts from, as Khalifa Rabi mentioned, from the day that child is born, right? So if you train the child in a way that he or she adopts the good moral qualities from their parents and their peers, then that child will not feel forced to wear the parda, for example. But even after that, the child has positively made the mind, or when the child becomes has grown up even more, and she says, for example, that I'm not wearing the parda, you can't force me. So Islam does not give permission to use the force on anybody, right? So the child, if you've trained them properly, should become accepting of what parda is, but then through your prayers and continue your good training of that child, perhaps a day will come when that child will re-establish the habit of doing parda. But you cannot force faith into somebody. If somebody says, I'm not going to do namaz, let's go one step ahead and say namaz, for example. If somebody says, I won't offer namaz, what can we do? Because the Prophet ﷺ was told in the Quran, fazakir, that remind, nasihat karo. So we can only zikr, we can only fazakir, we can only remind our children that this is the right way and the right path for you, but we cannot enforce something which is not right for that individual.
Jazakallah Khurshid sir. The next question is from someone who wishes his Muhammad Assalamu alaikum to the panel. Jazakallah wa alaikum salam. That question is actually not recording the topic of today's shows, but he said he had discussed this topic many times with his non-MD Muslim friend, and that topic is something I think I think something everyone has gone through that. The question is very simple, but I think also we need a detailed answer for that. He's asking, if someone is happy with his life, why does he need religion?
The thing is, you see, his answer is already in that question, his life. He focuses on this life itself, only this physical life. But as a religion, for example, Islam, our importance is not just this life, but it's the next life. He's actually limiting himself very, very much to this life. He wants the pleasures and he wants the comforts of this life. But at the same time, he is right, religion. I know I have many, many friends who are actually good, moral, decent people who have good akhlaq and good moral values. They speak well, they're very decent, they're very kind, they're very patient and so forth, but they don't have religion. Okay, but they themselves, and they're very intelligent people as well, there's no doubt about it. But we actually look further. We cannot believe that this life is is just limited to we're born and we die, because again, we put focus on our souls. It is a difficult question to address, and I never ever like to use analogies, okay, to compare life with to compare something with life. I'm not going to start today either, okay. But again, this is my own personal feeling, okay? Whether Khurshid Sahib can quote anything from the Quran or whatever, or any book, the thing is, whatever quotation you have, it's not going to convince that person, you see. It's not going to convince that person at all. I myself, I have a gut feeling. This is my own personal feeling, armed with the teachings of Islam, the teachings that my parents brought me up with, okay, that yes, there is something after this life. I cannot believe that there is nothing after this life whatsoever, okay? So again, I would never ever convince that person, or try to convince that person that religion does exist. You need religion, because that person who is exhibiting all these good moral values without having a religion, to me, when I look at that person, I would say, wow, this guy has Islamic values. He talks well. He is patient. He is decent. He is kind. He thinks of other people. He gives charity. He thinks of others before himself. To me, this guy is a Muslim, even though he doesn't believe in religion. Whereas, sadly, there are Muslims who call themselves Muslims, there are Christians who call themselves Christians. They say they believe in God, but they lack all these good moral fibers that a non-religious person who doesn't believe in religion displays, you see. So, again, within religion, I have to try to reform people who, let's say, believe in God, but are lacking moral and spiritual values. They are weak in saying namaz, they are weak in doing charity, whereas the other person who has good values but doesn't believe in religion, my efforts would be from a tabligh point of view, okay? From a tabligh point of view, in having healthy, wholesome tabligh discussions and sessions with him. And probably more so, I can probably convince that person that religion does exist, because to me, he is already halfway there. The Aquq al-Abad part, he's actually displaying all these great characteristics that, are expected from religious people. But unfortunately, at that stage, he hasn't acquired the sense of the belief in God and the next life, whereas this is our difference. But again, what Khurshid Sahib mentioned earlier on, it is about fazikr, about reminding people, trying to convince people, to admonish people, what is, our beloved Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, why he came, he came or the promised Messiah, why he came as well, peace be upon him, in order to bring you closer to God and also to bring you closer to mankind as well. So again, it's a personal thing, I believe, but at the same time, it's those continued efforts, and you have to lead by your own good example.
Jazakallah, Sahib. I believe that no one can say that he is living a happy life 100%. Everyone is going through problems anyways. But Islam is a teaching. Islam teaches us how to live when we are happy, and how to act when we are unhappy, and how to go through different problems. But Jazakallah for that answer, Dr. Saab. Khurshid Saab, because your topic was regarding Tarbiyyat to children, a father just sent me a question and asked, at what age should we allow our children to use mobile phone and social media?
I think the simple answer to this question would be the later the better, right? But I understand that in this day and age, with the influx of devices that we have, it's almost impossible to contain our children. So what I would suggest is, even I cannot put an age limit to it. Some children are extremely young, but they're very, very smart, meaning they know, this is dangerous for them, this is okay for them. Some children, on the other hand, do not have that understanding yet. So for them, it is extremely harmful. But in either case, these devices are extremely dangerous for children of all ages. What I will advise, though, is when you do give your child some tablet, some form of device, make sure you're observing what they're watching, right? And if you're observing, you can also guide the child that this is right, this is good for you, this is fine. For example, if a child starts to watch cartoons around Christmas, about Christmas, if the parent is watching that and he knows the child is watching it, perhaps explain to the child the concept of Christmas according to the Islamic teaching, right? Or there are endless examples that you can give. But if the parent gives the tablet or the device to the child and says, "Apne kamre mein jao, go to your room and you can watch it there," that means he's literally put the child into a danger zone where he could be watching anything, anyone could be watching him if it's an online device. So you're putting that child into a device zone. So do not be ignorant. He mentioned the age limit. What I advise, on the other hand, is to be very aware of what the child is doing. And if you understand that the child is getting mature, even then be very, very careful and have always an open eye as to what the child is doing.
Jazakallah, Khurshid Saab. We have received a question during the show. It's regarding parda, and it's a very interesting question. Does parda define someone's character? Does it mean that the woman without parda, also she is pious and doing good with fellow human, will have consequences? Saab, if you can answer that question.
You see, when people talk about parda, they do think about physical parda as well, you see, okay, yeah, only physical parda. You do have parda inside you as well. There is that level of parda, but you know, again, you know, it does and it doesn't define you as well, okay? It defines you from a point of view that if you observe parda, I'm talking about men and women here. I'm not just going to single out the females, because it's important to remember that men also have to observe parda as well, you know, and it's their ways and their actions. You know, again, look, husband and wife, okay? I mean, you know, I mean, okay, let me talk about me and my wife, okay? I mean, I wouldn't want to be walking down the street when my wife's not wearing any kind of parda so that, you know, others will be looking at her. I wouldn't want that at all, you know. So from that point of view, I mean, I would want her to, you know, define herself that, yes, she is a Muslim lady. That's why she is wearing parda. She is proud to do that. Whereas, of course, you can have a Muslim, let's say, lady who doesn't wear parda, like hijab or a scarf and modest baggy clothes, or let's say a baggy overcoat, a loose overcoat to hide her figure or so forth. But she could still go home and say her namaz and read her Quran and so forth. It's what I said at the beginning. We are all on the same journey. You know, the nafs mutmahinna, you know, the one getting closer and closer to Allah. Some people are higher than others. And it is one day a realization. We don't know when that time will come for that person, where it will register with them that, I have to go to the next stage now. So again, it's not about enforcing or telling people, but these forums are advisable. You know, so it does define a person. It defines a person's stage that they are on that journey. If a person does not observe parda, then that means they are not observing the rules of Islam, and they're not as high or far in that journey, that spiritual journey that others are on. So yes, it does define a person's fullness, or wanting to achieve fullness, to be a fully practical Muslim. It certainly does define them. Okay, I mean, again, you know, with a wife, she's walking down the street with her husband. If she sees her husband, his gaze is going all over the place, I mean, is she going to accept that? No, she's not going to accept that. So it applies to both of them, and it does define both of them, very, very much so.
Jazakallah, I believe if I see a woman with a parda here in a Western society, for me, that woman is the strongest and bravest woman, because she is trying to integrate with the veil in this society where the veil is not recognized, and is trying to find a job. And as you said, mentioned earlier, that parda is mainly also for men, and a woman is teaching the man, a woman who's wearing the parda is teaching the man that she wants to be respected as a man, as a woman, as a respectable woman, and therefore she's teaching the man to become a gentleman. And a woman who's wearing the parda is basically following the teachings of Allah, and every Muslims who follow the teachings of Allah is only to come closer to Allah and to gain the love of Allah. Jazakallah for that question.
Sahil Sahib,
yes.
Sorry, can I just add one thing, if you don't mind?
Sure.
You know, many of our ladies are highly educated. They are doctors, they are dentists, they are lawyers, you know, and they have careers, and they have to go to work. And at the same time, you know, they still have to observe parda. You know, there's no kind of way out of it. You know, they have to be crowd. Okay, I mean, there's just no ginjais. There's just no room for them laxing their foot. But there is let's say relaxation for, let's say, lajna, who are doctors who do surgery and so forth. Okay, yeah. If any work is for humanitarian purposes, okay, then yes, they are allowed to lower their purdah slightly, and in order to fulfill their their functions that's within their profession. Again, if a lady is a GP, sorry, an Ahmadi lady is a GP, she's going to have probably English male patients, and whatever goes on behind the screens for the sake of that person's health, and she is allowed to practice that, you see. And so forth. If a lady is a surgeon, then if she is going to carry out some surgery, I mean, it'll be impractical for her to wear that full parda that she tends to wear outside in the street and socials. She has to maybe relax the parda slightly in order for her to carry out the operation. So in those cases, okay, that's when parda can be relaxed for humanitarian purposes.
I'm sure the questioner got his answer. We will come now to the topic of social media back. The next question is regarding social media. Khurshid Sahib, how can we teach our young boys that talking to girls just as friends is not harmless?
I mean, I think in terms of parda, this is also one form of parda, right? So when we speak about the parda, we usually, the Western society thinks that parda means that a woman is covered, and this is the only explanation of parda as per the Islamic teachings. But parda is first explained to men, that men should observe parda. And we might think, does it only mean physical, that we look at people outside only to that extent? But even on social media, it's become common now, right? So if you talk to, let's say, your colleague, somebody in your college, school, it's so easy now. There's so many forms of social media now that, this is fine. She's my workmate, she's my colleague, she's my college colleague. So it's fine for me to communicate, either for boys or for girls. But what we do not realize, the Quran has explained, that do not go near the boundaries. So if you say, just sending a little hello, hi, how are you, just little frank discussion or conversation, what we do not realize, Hazrat Masih Maud ﷺ explained, that these casual talks lead to emotions being developed. And once these emotions being developed, you might want to take it outside the fold of social media and say, why can't we just meet up for a discussion outside, somewhere else, maybe in a cafe or in a restaurant or some park somewhere else. What we're doing, in fact, is by that social media, we've already taken the first step. So the Quran says, do not go near the boundaries, right? So if you take that first step, there are many, many more chances of you crossing that boundary and making mistakes very easily. And then you will have to hide. And Nisar Sahib gave the example of how this young man was on the social media talking to different women, different girls. And his father came into him, and then they had a somewhat of a fight. So it shows that this is definitely an illness. This is a big problem within the community that we live in. And again, I refer back to my discussion where I gave the example from the speech of Khalifa Rabi, rahimahullah, the Friday sermon, that the parents should have such a great link with their children that they should be able to tell them that if you go around this path, these are the mistakes, these are the problems that you will encounter. Then pray for those children. But social media, I feel, in this day and age, has already planted the path for one to make further sins and to commit further sins. So staying away from social media, I'm not saying do not ever log into social media, What I'm saying, that you should be aware, you should be smart enough, you should be clever enough to know that this path will lead me to destruction, and this path is acceptable within my Islamic faith.
Sahil Sahib, can I just add something to that?
Sure. What's up? Sure.
You know, obviously you related it to social media, but of course, when we come out of social media environment, we're going to come back to our mosques, okay, yeah? Now, the thing is, the young boys will learn that not to mix with girls because of all the atfal classes that you have, okay? The atfal classes does not include Nasrat, you see, yeah? So really, the more they come to the mosque, okay, both girls and boys, Nasrat and atfal, starting at an early age, they'll be brought up in an environment where boys are with boys and girls with girls, okay? I think you should be concerned with those families who do not send their children to these children's classes in your mosque, okay? You have to concentrate on that, okay?
Jazakallah. It's even a saying of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, if one man and lady are meeting up, the third one will be the devil. In the same case as for social media, if one man is chatting with another woman, then the third party who's chatting with you will be the devil. The next question, Otisab, is someone sent me the question and saying that I think the mental health is also a big issue when it comes to social media. As influencers or other celebrities constantly share their perfect lives and wealth on these pages, how can we keep ourselves away from comparing our lives to others and maintain our mental health?
Mental health is one thing that we do hear about a lot these days. Now, how do you define mental health here? You know, many people describe it as, let's say, depression. There's various kinds of depression as well. You know, there's, let's say, normal depression and there's clinical depression. Now, I'm not a doctor. I cannot probably describe any kind of remedies and solutions for clinical depression when medication is involved here, you see. But when people feel depressed because they feel let down, their spirits are down and so forth, they're looking for sympathy. I think that kind of depression, okay, really needs to, the person really needs to look at themselves, because physically and mentally there's nothing wrong with them. They're just depressed. They don't, let's say, have any kind of direction in life. But nevertheless, in connection with social media, I mean, again, I can only actually relate to a real life story in that, well, two quick stories in that, you know, when the son comes back from school, all he is doing, he's on the computer all the time playing games and so forth. I mean, to me, that's all part of social media, games and television and so forth. Hours and hours and hours. And I'm not saying children should not be on television, but, you know, or games, they should be using it for 1 hour or so. But when they're every day, they're addicted to it. See, addiction is not a good thing, okay? And the thing is, and this particular boy, he has actually developed signs of bipolar schizophrenia. He suffers from a high level of paranoia. Okay, he is just focusing on one thing, and this has actually come out of him just finding television, computers, games, mobile phones. He is so dependent on that. There is no life outside of that. Again, I probably blame his parents for it. Okay, and so to me, it's the time that's been allocated to this. Another example was, again, same thing happening. The boy, the young boy coming back from school, straight on the television, playing his computer games. There's only one television in the house. The mother and father, they actually want to watch their own programs later on in the evening, but the boy, I don't know, 12, 13-year-old boy. He's still playing his games 10, 11, up till midnight. He's addicted to it. One day, the father had enough and he slapped his boy. He slapped his son. Whether it's a big tupper or a small tupper. And then this was the next stage of the next set of problems. Social services got involved, a set of interviews, meetings, and programs were placed, okay, for the parents, for them to behave themselves. You do not hit children, okay? But how is this related to depression? Well, going through this series of meetings, going through this series of social services courses, it made the mother depressed, okay? She got depressed out of this. So this was a kind of byproduct. Even though the father hit the son, they were the two main key players, but the byproduct was that the mother got so depressed at what they were facing. Basically, to me, I will link time to anything. We should be moderation in everything, not too much and not too little. Let kids play on their phones, let kids watch television, but only for that limited amount of time. You have to monitor it, and you will avoid these levels of so-called depression.
Murabbi Sahib, can I add something to this?
Sure.
You know, you mentioned about these influencers who are on social media. These, I guess, social media, this is their only means to gain a followers, and then this is their means of getting advertisement, and then in turn to earn money. This is such a dangerous trend if this is common within Muslims now, that even in terms of marriages now, because of these so-called influences, the requirement, for example, that when marriage is about to take place, that I want a man to marry, and then he should look just like this individual, this celebrity, so-called celebrity on social media. Or if I'm to marry now, I want the girl, my wife, to look just like her, right? We don't realize that we are destroying the livelihood of our own children by letting them on these platforms. And this is such a big problem now. I mean, if somebody has a daughter or a sister, and then the one wanting to marry her wants her to, God forbid, to look like some sort of a film star, for example, this is his criteria, not the criteria of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that she should be pious, she should be from a good family, and so on and so forth. His criteria or her criteria is that this individual should be this beautiful that they resemble this influencer, so-called influencer. So the entire concept of marriage now is under jeopardy because of the way people are worshipping, almost idolizing these so-called influencers. So we should be very, very, very careful as to how we speak to our children, tell them that these people, they're not showing you the real world. This is what real life looks like.
Jazakallah. We have only left 2 minutes, and we have got a lot of questions. So I've chosen the last question from Dr. Matlub Saab, Dr. Saab. Dr. Saab, you got 2 minutes to answer that question. He is asking, what is the proper parda practice for both male and female Muslim? Is the face must be covered by the Muslim woman, especially in Western countries? You got 2 minutes, Dr. Saab.
Men and women, yeah? I mean,
Yes,
basically, men, it's all about ghazi basar, yeah? Keep your eyes down, yeah? Keep your eyes down. Is that a difficult thing to do? It probably is, because it's mentioned in the Holy Quran. It says, men, keep your eyes down. It's a difficult thing to do. And if you can do it, well done to you. And that also applies to ladies as well. They should also keep their eyes down as well, okay, yeah? And as for, so can you just quickly repeat the question? How should it be practiced? Yeah.
Yes. Practice the parda. How should we practice parda? Both.
Yeah,
female.
sure. Look. My wife, she went to university. My wife, she worked as well, but she still wore parda. But you have to be. Sometimes you have to be face to face with other people at work. That's allowed. But as long as the I believe if they cover their hair, okay, the hair has to be covered. The face can still be shown. Ladies can still show their faces. There's no harm in that, okay, yeah. And do not wear makeup, yeah. When you go to social places, when you go to a place of work, when you go to university or college, ladies, you cover your hair. Of course, you still show your face, but never ever wear makeup, okay? Makeup is for your husband only, okay, yeah? It's not when you go outside, okay? So make sure you avoid wearing makeup and cover your hair, okay, yeah? And wear kind of loose clothes, okay? Nothing tight or so forth.
What's up? You 2 minutes are up. Jazakallah for the answer. We have to end that program because the sun is setting down now and Maghrib prayer is just coming closer. Jazakallah for everyone who was listening to the program. Jazakallah, Ocha Saab, Jazakallah, Muhammad Khurshid Saab, Murabbi Silsala, for giving your precious time for that program. Jazakallah for every listener and for everyone who sent a question. Inshallah, we will try to carry on with these kinds of programs in the future. If I can request now Muhammad Ahmad Khurshid Saab to lead us in a silent prayer.
Dua kar lein. Please join me in silent prayer. Ameen. Allahumma ameen.
Jazakallah for everyone. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam. Khilafah. Assalamu alaikum.